Creating an assembly drawing is very similar to creating a part drawing. Starting a new drawing, selecting a sheet format, and creating drawing views. All of this is done exactly the same as with part drawings. There are a few things, however, that are unique to assembly drawings. One of them is the ability to create a bill of materials, or BOM. A BOM is a parts list. It identifies the different components in an assembly. Generating a BOM in SOLIDWORKS is easy. First, you have a view of the assembly. Now here I have an isometric view, but any view will work just fine. Next, you have to select the drawing view of the assembly so it's activated. Once the view is activated, you can bring in the BOM using the Insert, Tables drop-down menu, and selecting Bill of Materials. Next, this window will prompt you to select from several options to create the BOM. Eventually, you may want to customize a template to conform to your company standards, but for now, I'll select the generic template as you see it. You can select the option for top-level parts only, include parts from subassemblies, or make the BOM specific for any configuration you may have already set up. Don't worry, if you miss any of these options, they can be modified after the BOM is placed on the sheet. I'll accept the defaults at this point and click OK to generate the BOM. Notice I can click and drag the BOM anywhere on the sheet. If you don't want it to be free to move, you can use an anchor point to lock it down. To do this, first you must establish an anchor point on your sheet format. Right-click on a blank area of the sheet and select Edit Sheet Format. This will isolate the lines and notes that belong to your title block. Any point or endpoint of a line can be used as an anchor. To set the anchor, right-click a point and select Set as Anchor. Bill of Materials. Once this is done, we can exit Sheet Format mode and return to Edit Sheet mode. Remember to return to Edit Sheet mode, right-click a blank area of the sheet, and select Edit Sheet. Now that I've established an anchor point, I can return to the properties of the BOM to attach it to the anchor point. Select the BOM table to bring up the properties. Be sure you have the entire table selected by clicking here at the top. Here you see the option to use an anchor point. I'll select this option, and now we can decide which corner of the BOM will be tied to the anchor point. In this case, I'll select the top left corner and click OK. As you can see, the table is anchored. It's no longer free to move. Let's take a look at another BOM option that's important when dealing with assemblies containing subassemblies. This assembly here is made up of 3 parts, but 2 of them are in a subassembly. The way the parts are listed in the BOM, you can't tell that a subassembly exists in this assembly. There's an option in the BOM properties that can change the appearance of the subassembly. Here in the middle. I can choose to display the subassembly as if it was a part. Or I can choose to display the subassembly with its parts indented.